Hello, everyone. Um, Today I wanted to talk about quite a few things, but what came to me this morning was really about being demanding. I did want to talk about being in service of negative, um, being in service of negative, not vibration, negative states. But what came to me this morning was being more demanding. I have, I don't want to say lost, but I have, this I have let go. I have lost touch with my demanding side. Yeah, the part of me that the part of me that the part of me that goes for things. The I feel as bored or not. Yeah. This is a book of shadows, I call it. What I see people calling Book of Shadows, to me, there's something completely different. It means something completely different to me. To me, shadows are some things that you're unaware of, things that you fetishes and things that you you like, but you're not aware that you like them, and things that you continue to experience because you actually like them. If you didn't like them, you wouldn't continue to experience them. But you are unaware of. You say you don't. You're unaware that you actually like them. It's like me being right now not having the amount of money that I say I want. I've been wanting to make 10K um, for a couple of months now, but I haven't pushed myself to do it, which means I like not having it. I like being in want of it. I like staying in want of it. I don't actually want a part of me wants it, but a greater part of me doesn't. And that's the part that I am in right now because I keep conjuring up experiences and I keep having thoughts that stop me from making that amount of money. So I may say consciously that yes, I do want to make like 10,000 pounds per month. But if I'm not making it, then that means that I don't really want it. And that part of me that doesn't want it, I've allowed that part of me to be more powerful than the part of me that wants it. And I keep feeding it with thoughts that um, that continue to make me not have it. Um, okay, so before we go further in this with this channel, um, before we go further, we acknowledge ourselves as creator beings here on this channel, as who create. We create through thought, through nurturing those thoughts and desires, and aligning our thoughts with our desires, and having pure positive expectation and pure knowing that our thoughts will manifest. And then as we do all those things and create the space and the container uh, that is, when the container is ripe, then the masculine element of creation pours in the form, the 3D form of our desire. So being demanding is one of the things that I have allowed myself to lose touch with. And it's all part of this me not pushing for my dreams, pushing for my desires, me feeling bad about or being apologetic about my dreams and desires as if they are not important or they don't matter. It's all part of that. I'm conjuring all of that because I create thoughts that justify that and that make that seem real to me. And I have decided that I have to be more present to those thoughts because I these are the thoughts that are keeping me from making the 10 grand that I want to make per month. Because I'm capable of making 10 grand. I'm capable of making more than 10 grand per month. I'm capable of making as much money as anyone makes in this on this planet, because I have the ability to think, I have the ability to focus, I have the ability to align myself with thoughts, and I have a great a powerful imagination. So if anyone can create any kind of wealth on this planet, so can I. And if I am not doing that, if I am not having what I want to have, then that means that I am using my powers for the opposite. I'm using my powers in service of the opposite. So yeah, I wanted to talk about being more demanding because as we all know that being demanding is seen as a negative thing, and we know here on this channel that most of the things that are seen as negative are the things that we should actually be. We have been brainwashed to not be those things in service of creating the victim consciousness and the human consciousness, to create a frame and to create this illusion of time, space, reality, as we decided to descend from our God essence to become humans. So we needed to have amnesia to forget that we are gods and that we can create like this. And also we needed to suspend judgment. And also we needed to create fear and shame to slow down the process of our creation. That's actually the reason why we came down. We just wanted to slow down the process of our creation and see how it unfolds. But we know that on this channel here. And so not being demanding has been a part of my personality for a while. I'm naturally a demanding person. I want what I want, and I want it the way I want it. And if I can't have it that way, then I don't want it. But I've allowed that part of me to be thwarted. I've allowed that part of me to be shameful. So it's a shadow. And it does come out. It does come out in spurts when I'm unaware of it. But like I said, I've decided to be more present and be aware of the thoughts that I have when I am convincing myself that I can't have something or that I can't be something. In this case, making the 10K every month. Right now what's happening with me is that as soon as I start thinking of it, I start feeling overwhelmed of what am I going to do? What am I going to do to get the 10K? And all that is part of the, all those are part of the thoughts that I have that keep me from having the 10K. And I'm conjuring them. I'm creating them. I've created them for such a long time that now they've become part of my unconscious, part of my body. And as soon as I think of the 10K, immediately I start feeling overwhelmed. What am I supposed to do to get the 10K per month? I already know what I'm supposed to do. And it's to do with my coaching practice. But then as soon as I think of that also again, another thought comes in. But what are you going to teach? What are you going to coach about? you know already that on Facebook, there's so many coaches and people are not listening to them, blah blah blah, and all that. It doesn't matter. They are who they are. They have their own vibrations. They have their own, they have their own vortexes, and I have my own vortexes. I have my own vortex. So yeah, see, all of these thoughts that I create that keep me from acting on my 10K a month. What I'm going to be aware of, and I feel myself getting better and better at catching them, getting better and better at being aware of them, and I just have to choose. I just have to choose to say no, no. I have the ability and the capability to coach, to charge 5 grand, 10 grand. People are charging 50 grand, 100 grand. Those people are not much more knowledgeable than me. Absolutely not. They are not much more knowledgeable than me. They are not much more of a channel than I am. And they are not much more powerful than I am. So if they can do it, why can't I? The only thing that's keeping me away from being that person is the thoughts that I have in my head. And yeah, it's a question of me focusing on what I want, focusing on what I want to do, and continuing to elevate myself. Because the other thing that I do too is I diminish my divinity, and I focus so much on my humanness when I should be focusing on my divinity and my God essence. And I allow any little thing to thwart me or throw me off. Silly little things like criticism and other people's issues, other people's, it's not that I care about what other people say or what other people think about me. It's just that I'm looking for an excuse to diminish myself. That's what it is. I'm looking for any excuse to diminish myself because I don't really care. I don't really care what other people think. When I really want something, I don't really care about what other people think. I really don't. But I've said that to myself so much that is the reason why I don't follow through with my dreams and with my goals, because I need someone else to blame. And that has disempowered me for a long time. But I know the truth. The truth is that it's not them. It's just me. It's just me being just me looking for any reason to diminish myself. Because I know who I am. I know what I am now, especially now, more than any other time. I know who I am, and I know what I am. I know that I am not just a human being. As a matter of fact, the least part of me is the human in me. The least or the smallest part is the part that's human in me. I know that the greater part of me is spiritual. Because my thought body, my emotional body, my spiritual body, my intuitive body, my my perceptive body, all of those reside in the spiritual realm. The only thing that resides in the physical realm is my physical body. So the greater part of me, if the greater part of me is in the spiritual realm, which is the world of emotion, the world of intuition, the world of perception, not so much, a little bit perception, but perception, can be thwarted. Um, and my thought body, if all of those are in the spiritual realm, then I'm more of a divine being than a human being. But I've had amnesia for a long time, so oftentimes I forget that I'm more spiritual and that I am more of the spiritual realm than a human being. And when I focus too much on my humanness, that's when I get that's what I that's when I get petty and messy and allow little things to thwart me, and to take me away from my soul's desires, which also reside in the spiritual realm and are waiting for me to realize them. So, being more demanding. What else? What else do I have to say about that? Being more demanding, being just knowing that my perspective matters, and that I am a divine being, and that my soul's desires are worthy. There's no such thing as worth, because worthiness is like worth. What is that? Like, how can a God be worthy? A God is beyond worth. A God just is. A God is everything. So gods don't question whether they are worthy. They just know they are. It's not a question. So there's no such thing as worth. But yeah, knowing that my soul's desires contribute to the evolution of the universe, the expansion of the universe, and my own expansion, and really knowing that I matter, and that what I make matters, and what I value also matters, and that even though I am not yet where I want to be, where I am right now too matters. Knowing that too is important, because it's all part of my journey, and it's brought me where I am right now. So that's all just part of my journey. So yeah, being more demanding in the sense of making my life in this 3D world, 3D realm that we're in, making my desires, making my perspective, and making my experience not only valid, but a priority. Yeah, a priority. So I don't really have much to say, much more to say about that, because yeah, I think that's that. I think I'm gonna do another video about being in service of negative states, so-called negative states. So yep, I'm gonna name this video being more demanding, something. All right, okay, see you soon.